this is really difficult. Welcome back to a brand new video. I'm going to be taking part in a tag video, and I was tagged by Amy from Fashionably Amy. Thank you so much, Amy, for tagging me. She's a fellow Canadian luxury YouTuber. She's in Vancouver and she has a great channel. She has a lot of content on anything from Chanel, from Hermes. She recently got an Hermes Birkin in black, I think it's like a 25 togo with rose gold hardware, so it's really nice. If you want to check it out, you can check out her channel. And she does have quite a curated collection. She, you know, I've seen her videos in the past where she has edited her collection and evolved her collection as her lifestyle and taste change, and I think that's a very healthy thing to do. You know, it's probably about time that I prune my collection, but I mean, I have a really hard time doing that. You know, I don't. And we'll talk about collections later on. But her tag video, I think she was tagged by somebody else, and then she's just passing the tag along. But it's basically if you had to live with only 10 luxury handbags. Now, at first I thought, yeah, 10 is plenty. Like 10 is a dream number. Okay, it's plenty of handbags. And then when I went into looking at my bags, I'm like, I like this one and this one and this one, and I'm like, this is really difficult. But you know, I think you have to kind of think long term and you know, see, you know, in 10, 20 years time, like, you know, when I'm in my 40s, what am I gonna like, you know? And you know, my lifestyle has definitely changed from, you know, a couple of years ago, and then of course now, and then I can only anticipate it will change in the future. So I have to sort of pick out items that I use and items that I've even used in the past that I'll probably reuse again in the future. So we're gonna get into it. Surprisingly, well, surprise, surprise, a lot of it is from Chanel, but there are other brands in this curated collection as well. So the first handbag I'm definitely keeping, not just because I've used it a ton in the past. I haven't used it in the past couple of years, but I did use it a lot, and I do anticipate that I will revisit and reuse this bag again. It's not a Neverfull, but this is from Louis Vuitton, and it is a bag that is discontinued actually. It is a Lumineuse PM in Empreinte leather with gold hardware. This is a very large tote. Right now I have it stuffed right now. This is in the Empreinte leather. This is the first renditions of the Empreinte line. When the Empreinte line came out, this was in their ad campaign, and then they had other styles as well, and then they've reintroduced the Empreinte in, you know, modern bags today. This, I believe, came out in 2011, if I'm not mistaken. And then I really liked the Empreinte line. I never liked monogram canvas, although I've grown to love it, but I never liked monogram. Even when, like, even for like other brands like Coach, Michael Kors, like I really never liked that all over monogram print. Gucci, like I never liked it. I never liked it for Louis Vuitton. I know it's iconic, but I just never liked that all over logo. I always liked full leather handbags that had, you know, that were a bit more subtle. The Empreinte of this generation is not as deeply embossed. It's very, very subtle. You can sort of see it's not as deep. Now, I use this bag a ton. My husband actually bought this for me and gave it to me when we did like an engagement, pre-engagement ceremony sort of thing in our culture. So he got this for me. This was, yeah, it was actually the last one in all of Canada. They were discontinuing this in 2014, and he managed to find the last one. This is in the color Noir, which is in black, but it does have a bit of a blue undertone, especially with the gold hardware. This is stunning. Like, you can see, like, has a large zip closure, and there's textile lining, there's pockets, there's like a zip pocket inside. There's like a D-ring inside that you can attach, you know, small leather goods to. It has a shoulder strap that's detachable, so sometimes I just like wear it like this, you know, or even crossbody. It has a generous drop length to the straps here, so it's really nice to wear even like over a coat. I'm gonna take this off because it's getting hot. But I really enjoy this, and it was so fitting at the time because I was still in school and I was commuting. I was taking transit, so I wasn't driving. And you know, when you're in professional school, like, a lot of people, like, we don't really wear luxury to school, even though, like, I had items, but I never really wore those items to school because they didn't fit my lifestyle. They didn't fit enough stuff inside, and this was a large enough bag with a zip closure, and there's like a zipper pocket in the front. Like, I would put my phone in here. There is so much like hardware on this bag. They discontinue it probably because look how much leather you're getting, look how much hardware you're getting. I think at the time this retailed for 2,900 Canadian, which is like nothing these days. It doesn't really get you very far, especially getting you a bag this big, unless you're getting something all canvas. I don't know what the Neverfull retails for now, but I didn't want the Neverfull because I didn't like the all over monogram at the time, and also I didn't like the fact that it was fully open and that the straps were really thin. So I didn't prefer that for myself. I really liked this sort of trapezoid shape tote, but I love the fact that it had the zipper, and I really liked that from far away you couldn't tell what this was unless you went up close to see the all over embossing. And it's very durable. This leather is very resilient, actually. I was really impressed with how it held up. The only thing I would say is the embossing sort of faded at the top as compared to the bottom. I didn't baby this bag. I wore it a lot, you know, to school. I would sometimes use a laptop inside, sometimes no, but it held everything. It held my makeup bag, everything. I've taken it with me traveling, and even if I don't use it, I just get so many great memories from this bag because of the sentimental value that it has, but also just how much use I've had. I've taken it, like I took it with us on our honeymoon to Paris and Barcelona, and then I took it with me on other trips as well. I really love this bag, and I really wish that they kept this permanent because I think a lot of people would really enjoy it, but it also means that a lot of people probably don't have it, so it's really unique. And I think I'm going to start using this again, you know, as part of like just bringing it back out of rotation. I was actually speaking to a sales associate at LV, and they said that they can actually treat it for me. The hardware has sort of faded a little bit in some areas, which is unfortunate. Like, I mean, that shouldn't happen with luxury items, but you know, the quality is only going downhill for a lot of other brands. I did notice when I pulled it out that the glazing is a little bit sticky. I've never experienced that before, so I'm gonna ask them about it and see what they can do. Maybe it's a simple fix, but I'm gonna start using this again. So yes, this on, like, it just looks so cool, like when you have it on, and then it's like floppy too. Like, it's really great. So the next bag that I would keep in my collection would be the Reissue. So this is the Reissue in the largest size. I stored it with all the felt and everything, and it's stuffed. This has the ruthenium hardware in the aged distressed calfskin. I really love it because it's edgy. It's a bit larger than the jumbo, but a little bit smaller than the maxi in the classic flap range. I just love the chain. It is edgy. classic, and it's not as heavy. It's pretty lightweight considering it's a double flap, and you know, it just fits a ton. I really love it. I can't say enough good things about it. Really great, like over like winter coats and stuff. Like it's just, you know, I can't say enough good things about this bag. I've done a review on this if you want to check it out, if you want some more information. But there is a review on my channel, and you know, some people have said that like that was a great review, and that actually made them really like the reissue even more. So I'm glad that, you know, helped you guys. This is definitely going to be staying. So the next bag that I'll be keeping is actually my green Trendy CC. The color does, like how vivid this color is doesn't translate on camera, but it's a vivid Kelly green, and in contrast with like the gold bold hardware on this bag, it is stunning. I wear this a lot. I really love it actually in the summertime with like an all-white outfit. I feel like colors really pop. The lambskin really showcases this color well. A lot of people were trying to find this green, you know, ever since like I spoke of it, and I think the closest I've seen since this was launched, this is from 2020, Métier d'Art, so 28, and this again, it caught me by surprise. I had no idea this color was coming out. I don't think anybody knew this color was coming out, because sometimes collections are released and you won't see it on the website, but this color was ordered, and at the time they had two. Now they did come out with a green for 22A Métier d'Art, so that also was stunning. It came out in a cocoa handle. This also at the time there was a cocoa handle too, I remember, but in the caviar it's stunning, but definitely the lambskin is going to be a lot more vivid in lambskin. But for that collection as well, there's no Trendy CC, but there was a cocoa handle and the 19 bag, and the 19 bag was stunning because it had the gold hardware and all the bold hardware, so it really looked beautiful. I get so many compliments on this bag. The style is definitely very classic because of the top handle, and then you have the shoulder strap. I've done a review on this bag as well. If you want to check that out, I will link it I will link it below. I get a lot of compliments every time I wear it. Even like men are like, that's a nice bag, right? Like it really is stunning. Beautiful color. It goes with so many items. I don't need to rave about this bag anymore, but the Trendy CC style is actually quite popular and really well loved because of all the sections, but it has a classic element to it, and you've got some organization. I've got some organizers from Zumani in there, and they match like the bag perfectly, and I have that in there for storage. But the top handle definitely makes it very functional. I can wear it over my shoulder, and I can also wear it crossbody, no problem. And it actually goes well from day to night because of the top handle. So it's a classic bag, but it has a really bold, stunning pop of color, and definitely turns a lot of heads. And it really brings a lot of different neutral outfits to life. So this is gonna stay. Continuing on with more Chanel, I warned you, there's a lot of Chanel, is this handbag. This is a classic flap. It is from the Spring Summer 2015 line. This is the show with all like the, you know how they had all the women, like all the models come out with like feminist signs and all that. So it has a lot of messages on there. Ladies first. Make fashion not war, vote, like it has like so many different messages. So this is the newspaper, I guess bag you can call it. So it is actually painted. It's like a block paint, and so you can really see like the brush strokes behind, and then there's like perfume bottles, camellias. It is printed all over. There's some colors in there like red and some gold. There were many, there were a few versions of this bag. This is in lambskin, by the way, and it's aged gold hardware. Inside you have like the plaque that comes with a lot of special edition bags, and inside there's like a kind of like an earthy tone interior. This I remember seeing in Paris, other versions of this as well. So I saw like a black and silver sort of version, and then there was one with just the beige and the black print, and then on the sides there's all black. So that's very like newspaper like. And Jamie Z, she's on Bling Empire actually, and she has a channel, and she featured that bag on her channel. She purchased it in New York, and there's some pictures of it online as well. And then there's this version, and then there's also a version where it's kind of like this, but it's more blue toned, so blue tone with gold. So definitely this is such a unique piece, and I actually wear this a lot. I get a lot of compliments on it, and it's great. It'll go from like fall to spring, summer, so really stunning. It's definitely a conversation piece, and this will stay with me forever. The next piece is also a very special piece. This is the Houndstooth mini that came out for spring summer 2020. When I bought this bag, that's when the lockdowns were just starting, so I didn't get to wear this bag out for a really long time. And at first I thought it was very like winter, but it actually looks good all season, like all year long. So this is a tweed bag, and it's Houndstooth. And then I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little ribbon that goes through it, which is Coco Chanel. It goes all over. So this tweed was definitely in demand. This did come out in a classic flap at the time, and the classic flap, I'm just thinking, I'm like, should I have bought the classic flap? But you know, in hindsight, I think I was happy with the mini because I wanted a mini bag, but I didn't want a mini bag that was just like any mini bag. I wanted something special, and I think with this tweed that's all over, in this small size, I think it's the perfect amount. Although the classic flap would also be stunning. So this, you know, as with any mini, there's two grommets, so I can wear this crossbody. Of course, you can shorten the strap if you want to, but I'm okay with the length. Inside is all like lambskin. There are some scratches there. This is made in France. There's a pocket inside, and there's a back pocket as well. The strap is leather, so it's not tweed, so you're not really worried about like the strap unraveling and all that. I actually got to wear this a lot when I was visiting Paris in November, and at the time, like, I was wearing this so much. It actually went with so many items, because it's black and white, and it's a very classic, like, iconic houndstooth print. Even though it wasn't designed by Carl, it does remind me of the fall winter 2019 collection when houndstooth really made a comeback, and is really iconic from that time. So this is definitely going to stay. I know these are being sold on the resale market for like a crazy markup. I have had a few people ask me if I'm going to be selling this bag, and I don't think so. I think it's too unique for me to let go, and because it would go so well with all of my outfits, and it's a mini, so it's, you know, easy to get into and out of. Having one mini in my collection would be, you know, more than enough. Of course, I have a mini baby pink from 22p with a top handle. I really like that. I was going to include it in this collection, but I decided not to, because I have other ones that I include, so I have to meet the 10 bag limit, okay guys? So, but as for mini, I think this is so unique. I probably won't see this again. I don't know. Maybe they'll bring it back, because it seems as though they're really bringing back a lot of popular colors, so things aren't like unicorns anymore. But I really love this, and I will definitely be keeping it in my collection. So this bag, this is actually something I have in common with Amy, is keeping actually the 19, okay? I have it all nicely wrapped tissue paper on the handle because I have it just stored away for now. In the summertime, I want to wear like my lighter colored handbags and my colored handbags. And this, I wore a ton in like from no, like I did a review on this as well. I really enjoy wearing this bag. And if you want to see everything about it, I did a review on this one, which is black lambskin. And then I also did a review before this with my first 19, which was the white goat skin. I still have that and I love it. But I loved it so much that I wanted it in black. And it's stunning. I think to store it, I don't know, I have the organizer and everything in here. Organizer, base shaper, and then I put some tissue paper inside. So I just have it upright. I love this bag. I think with the shoulder strap and the fact that there's the top handle, it's easy. And you know, especially because when you open the flap, it just goes like this and you can easily get in. It's really comfortable to wear. It's definitely, it's a new style. It came in 2019, but it's one of the classics and very iconic. It's one of Carl's last designs. And I hated this bag before. I thought it was the ugliest bag ever. And I've gone on and on about this, but I think I enjoy using it more than it looks. And I've grown to love the ugliness of this bag, you know, it's so easy. You know, I thought it was really tacky, to be honest. Like at first I really thought it was a horrendous bag. I'm like, what is this? But it's because I was expecting it to be a structured bag and all that. But anyway, I really do love it. I have a review on this, so please go and watch that. I go over everything, but I would definitely keep this just because it's one of those bags. It's very easy and casual and it's very comfortable. And you know, the older we get, you don't want anything too fussy or too heavy, and you want something easy and user-friendly. So, you know, you don't have patience for complicated stuff, right? So yes, there's a lot of bags in my collection that are just fancy and they're pretty to look at, of course, and you know, you use them every once in a while, but then there are bags that you actually use, and this bag I actually used. So I really do love it, and I can't see myself not having this bag. I think over the white, I'll definitely keep the black, of course. I mean, I love the white, but the black, just given the climate that I live in, I think it's better to have it in black. And it's just been so comfortable over big coats and parkas during like the winter. And you know, I haven't worn this in the summer a lot, but you can totally wear it in the summer. It's just in the summer I do prefer to wear like light, airy colors, right? So, but yeah, this is definitely staying in the collection. Another bag is a classic flap. This is also by Chanel. This is in this mirrored gold, hammered calfskin, and it is absolutely stunning. It is, like, I'm Indian and I needed a gold bag, and I'm obsessed with gold. I love gold handbags, and I was always looking for the perfect classic flap, and I did a video on this as well. I'll include unboxings and reveals in the description box of any of these handbags if they're relevant. But it was quite dramatic getting this bag, but I finally got it, and it's so worth it. I know it is delicate, definitely. You think because it's got like this hard surface that, you know, it's super durable. Anything that's metallic or treated, you do have to be careful. You will get scratches on it. Sometimes the gold will wear off. Like, this type of treated leather is actually more delicate than lambskin. So, you know, I've actually, pretty sad, but I already got like a pretty deep scratch on the inside here, and I know it really shouldn't matter, but I don't know how I did that because I don't have long dagger nails, so I have no idea how that happened. It's black on the inside, made in France. This is in the small size, so this is actually my first small classic flap, and I think it's just perfect for this type of bag. Perfect for an evening. You know, I do have other gold handbags, but I think ultimately I was searching for a classic flap in gold. I know the Egyptian collection from Métier d'Art 2019 had this mock croc embossed yellow gold. This is actually more yellow gold than this. this is kind of like a perfect gold that's not too champagne but not too yellow. At first I remember I thought it was the gaudiest thing ever, but then I missed out on it because I saw it in person and I wasn't able to buy it, but it was definitely a really beautiful bag. And this is the next best thing. I think this is just absolutely perfect. I've enjoyed wearing this to events. I can wear it on a night out. It is just absolutely stunning. How can I not have a gold bag? I'm gonna be that old Indian auntie with like the gold Chanel. So this is definitely staying. Of course, this is going to be a no-brainer. This is the medium classic flap in black lambskin with gold hardware. Okay, for this size, I didn't opt for caviar. I wanted a lambskin bag, and I'm so glad I chose lambskin because the lambskin on this is absolutely stunning. It is nice and firm yet soft. And it's like, look how well it's held up. Like I was so afraid to like scratch lambskin when I first started off with luxury handbags, but I got a lambskin wallet, like a card holder, and it tumbled around in my bag and it's perfectly fine. There's no scratches or like scuffs or anything like that. It is absolutely, like, it's held up so well, and that, you know, gave me a lot of confidence in lambskin. And if you see a running theme in a lot of the handbags that I've shown you, a lot of it is smooth leathers, and that's just because that's what I like. I love a smooth leather. I think it just feels so much more luxurious than caviar, and I know a lot of people like caviar because they think it lasts longer, but actually no. Lambskin, there's a lot more you can do with it, and if it ages well. Caviar, when it ages, it doesn't look good. If it's battered and you've abused it, it really looks awful. Versus lambskin, if you've abused it, it's like, okay, it's a really well-aged leather. Over time, there's a patina that develops that makes it a little bit more resistant. This is definitely more durable feeling than some of the vintage lambskin that I've felt. It definitely feels thinner, but again, a lot of people say that that's more superior, so I don't know, but I prefer the lambskin on this one. Can't go wrong with black and gold hardware. I haven't used this in some time, but I did use it before, and it's just because I'm having a lot of fun with color, right? So, but if everything, you know, if I was to reduce and prune the collection, then I'll for sure keep this because this is just classic. It's gonna go with everything, and the size is perfect. I love the medium. And it's not as heavy, it's, you know, it's not as clunky, and I can get, you know, enough items in here, like, no problem. So that's one of the reasons, you know, there's just so many good things to say about this. Look how shiny it is, and it just looks so good. I prefer this size in lambskin. Caviar, I find, is a little bit too stiff, to be honest, but I think it does loosen up over time. But I just really love it in this size, and yeah, it's classic, and I have used it, so this is staying. So there's gonna be a tie between these two, and I'm gonna have to pick one. I had a dilemma, but I think I know what I'm gonna lean towards, okay? So, because I was already approaching my limit, okay? I can't cheat. I have to stay within my limit. So this is the Lady Dior. I have a, you know, mitza. They call it a mitza scarf, but twilly, in the Toile de Juillet print. This is now classic. It's a permanent part of their collection. Do I still have a sticker on here? I do. I'm gonna have to take that off before I store it again. I'm actually in, you know, I'm just gonna take this off. I've gone through actually all of my handbags and I've taken off all the stickers, because apparently it's not good to leave stickers on your hardware. And so I've gone and removed all the stickers every time I find it. So there's this versus this one, which I haven't used a whole lot, to be honest. This is, but I love it. When I do use it, it is this is the Chanel classic flap in caviar leather in beige clair with gold hardware. And then this is the Lady Dior in the MyABC size, which is bigger than the mini with that chain strap that came out, and then smaller than their medium. And this is in the color Fard, which is called Blush on the website. I have a review on this bag. It's one of actually my best performing videos on my entire channel. And I did a review on this bag and why I love this bag. I love the beige clair, like I love it. I think it's classic. Some people think it's too yellow and it's too old school. I actually think it is super classic, and you know, if I was allowed to cheat, I'd keep both, okay? But seeing as I've already kept the newspaper bag in the beige color, and seeing as how much I love this color, I would keep this. This color, I remember I was always intrigued by the Lady Dior, but the problem was I never liked that zipper that they had, and I never liked a color that they had. You know, either it was too pink or too, you know, they had gray, or, you know, I didn't want black. Like, they just didn't have the right color. And I was wanting this in a beautiful neutral color. Now, when this came out, Toronto didn't get it yet, and I heard about it. And I asked, and they said, well, they showed me the saddlebag, which is in a grained calfskin. And of course, with grained leather, the color looks a little bit different. But even in the grain leather, I was like, you know what's perfect? It's the perfect neutral blush color. Like, it's a beautiful nude color, but with a hint of pink. I don't know how to describe it, but it's so stunning. It comes with a very comfortable strap. Now, when they came out with this, my only hesitation was this strap, because I liked the MyABC size because it wasn't too big and it wasn't too small. It is rather boxy, so some people are bothered by that, but I actually just, it's such a classic design, and I haven't actually taken this Mitza scarf off because I just tied it so well. I don't want to take it off because I don't think I can recreate that. So I'm keeping it on. I did buy a second one actually. At the time, this was seasonal, so it matched the bag perfectly, and I regretted not getting another one, but I don't really like the look of scarves on handles. I know people like them to protect the handles, but I just don't like it. I don't know why. I think maybe having it on one handle is okay, but I wouldn't want it on both. I think I tried wrapping one on the other side. It just didn't do it for me. So I have that on the side, but I'm secure that I have two of the same. But they did make this permanent, so this matches this color perfectly, and I'm so happy that they did make it permanent because I finally found this. And I was so happy. A lot of people were trying to, do I still have a sticker on this too? Oh my gosh, I didn't even take the, okay, I'm gonna have to go over and take those stickers off. Gosh, I don't know how I didn't take that sticker off. I think I just didn't take it off of this one. I probably forgot to take it off of this one, but anyway. People were looking for this color, like it was hard to find, but I'm so glad that they made it a permanent part of their line because it is such a beautiful color. It's so classic. They really got it right with this color, and it just suits the bag so beautifully. This goes year round. You can wear this in the spring, you can wear this in the fall. It is a beautiful, beautiful color, and it suits so many different skin tones. The strap I was a bit hesitant on because of they had this like charm. Gosh, the buttons. They had the buttons first for this size, and I didn't like it. I thought it was kind of tacky. But when they came out with the charms where you can put the initials and stuff, like I actually ordered, so I had mine and my husband's initials, so I have, you know, embedded in there a heart and the letter of my first name and then my husband's first name initial. And then I added a few charms because I could also spell out CHATTY, so that's kind of nice. So I kind of kept that. So you can put up to 6, but it comes with 3. And I thought the big strap was a little bit too chunky on this, but actually it's very comfortable, very soft. The leather on this is stunning. Again, I love the lambskin. Considering how much I've used this bag, it's actually held up really well. And if you want to check out wear and tear and why I love this bag and everything about this bag, go check out that review I did. It's one of my earlier videos, so I apologize if the editing or the lighting isn't the greatest, but that's kind of when I started, and I've learned since then, so go check it out if you want more information about this bag. And the 10th and final bag I will keep is none other than the Big B herself. This, again, absolutely stunning bag. For sure, it is one of the dream bags, I would say. Definitely was not expecting to get this color. I always thought that my first Birkin would be in a neutral color, and this really, you know, caught me by surprise. Like that, this color was something that would be offered. I did an unboxing video on this, so if you want to check it out, you can check it out. Again, this was offered to my husband, not to me, but my husband did say that this color was offered because I was seen wearing the white heart bag from Chanel. So I guess because they assume that I'm like a girly girl, which I guess I am, that I would like pink, you know, the hearts and everything like that. So anyway, that was kind of interesting to know. This is an Epsom leather in the size 30 with Palladium hardware, and the color is Mauve Sylvester. The twilly that's on here is a special edition marble twilly, and it's made in Japan actually. So this is a, you know, a very limited edition twilly. It's really special. I was able to find a second one. It was all sold out. I actually, I didn't think to ask to get a second one. Actually, I remember when I was in Las Vegas, I saw this twilly in the display case and I recognized it, and I was like, oh, like maybe I should get it. And then I was like, you know what, I'm okay with just one. And then some of you were telling me, oh, you should really have two to protect the handles. And then realistically, I mean, I probably won't tie it, but I think, you know, having two would be great. And, you know, special thanks to the Luxonomy, she was able to locate one for me, which was really nice. And so that, you know, I definitely will be getting that soon. So she was able to find that for me because I was told that it was sold out worldwide, so I don't know. But she was able to find it in the Hermes boutiques. She messaged me and she's like, do you want this? I'm like, yes, please. So I got a second twilly. It's coming. I actually did go on to Fashion File prior to that, and I, you know, ordered one, not knowing that it was a doll size. It was so funny. Like apparently they have a doll size that came out last year that's supposed to go on the mini Kelly. I had no idea, and I was like, wow, I'm paying like 200 more for a twilly because of the premium on Fashion File. And then when it came, I'm like, holy crap, this is like a slither of fabric and I'm overpaid for it. So I sent it back, and I had to pay for the shipping, and I didn't get the return shipping free. I also have to claim back the customs and duties, so I'll, you know, let you know how that process goes. So that's unfortunate because there's no free returns for Canadians for Fashion File, unfortunately. So that was a whole ordeal, but now she was able to find me one, which was great. So definitely keeping this. This is a very special bag. I think, you know, yes, it's not practical all the time, but I mean, it's a Birkin, right? Like, you know, how could I not keep this? This is so stunning, and the color is beautiful. I did use it a couple of times, and I do enjoy using it. So I can, you know, it's easy access, right? Like I can put a ton of things inside, and, you know, I can get into and out of it. And I wear it mostly like on the crook of my arm, like that, so, or on my forearm actually. So I do enjoy it. Now it's so funny because, oh gosh, when I did the unboxing video, I hope some of you realize that that wasn't a live unboxing because I already unboxed this bag well before I filmed that video. So I unboxed it with my husband because he bought it for me and I wanted him to experience the unboxing with me. I don't really show like my family on camera, right? Like I'm not gonna do a video with him, maybe in the future, I don't know, but like he's never said no, but I mean, whatever. Anyway, I wanted to unbox it right there and then because I was just really excited, and so was he. And then I was like, okay, let me just film this like bird's eye view. So I have the unboxing and I can share it with you guys afterwards. And so I had unboxed that like well before I filmed that video. And it's funny because some people were like, oh, you didn't seem so excited about your bag. Because at the end I also, you know, said like, hey guys, like, you know, just my honest opinion, like, yes, this is absolutely stunning, but I don't see how it is that much more superior than some of the bags that I already have. And I was saying that in an objective way, okay, being completely honest, and a lot of you really appreciated that. And a lot of you were like, yeah, thank you for being real and not regurgitating what every other person is saying out there, because you're looking at it with a fresh pair of eyes. And apparently, like, so some people had sent me some screenshots from the purse forum, which I don't normally log into. Like, I'll do a whole series of some issues I find on the purse forum and what my response to some of those issues are. These are not issues directed at me. I'm just in general about luxury, you know, topics and all that, right? So I'll do like a few videos. I have some thoughts on this. And there were apparently like 2 people, and now everybody's entitled to share their opinions, whether publicly or privately behind closed doors. I'm at an age now where I'm just like, listen, everyone's gonna have an opinion of you, good or bad, and there's no sense in trying to explain yourself to people, because they will only understand from their perspective and will only understand based on their own intelligence and their own experience. So there is no point in trying to explain yourself. I thought I was very clear in my video, like, about the bag and all that, but you know, they really took what I said way out of context, and were like, you know, they probably didn't even watch the video from start to finish, first of all, and were like, you know, that they claimed that I was not grateful, and they were also upset that I wasn't like caressing and molesting this thing, you know, on camera, I guess, or worshiping this. And again, all bags, like, I'm not going to worship these things. These are material goods, okay? Life is too precious, and to me, there's more important things than this, okay? And I don't define my existence based on having luxury handbags. I don't define my existence or my worth based on having a Birkin, okay? So maybe that's just maturity that's kicking in. A lot of people take it really serious, like a lot of people take it really personally because they really identify with a brand, and then if somebody insults it, they feel as though they're personally attacked. And I'm here to remind you, please separate your identity from these things. Yes, it's a hobby to like these things and like these beautiful things and own and use these things, but like, your self-worth is not measured by this. Okay, your self-worth is based on a whole lot of other factors. So again, I love this bag, but I'm not going to worship this, okay? I'm not going to worship my Chanel bags. I love them, I enjoy them, I wear them, but I'm not going to worship them, okay? Let's be real. And second is, I was pretty excited during the unboxing. Like, you know, the actual unboxing footage that I posted, you can tell that I'm like lost for words. Like, I was so excited. And because I included that, like, that was my first impression. My first impression of the bag was not filmed in that video, right? Like, when I did a sit down, it's after I've had it and I let the excitement die down and simmer, where I could sit back and like objectively look at it. So, you know, I apologize if I wasn't looking as excited, but it's because my excitement was already filmed in the video, where I'm like, you can tell that I'm really, really giddy and excited. So I don't know how much more giddy I'm supposed to be. I'm not supposed to be kissing this bag, okay? Like, I don't need to convince people. But anyway, so, you know, whoever those 2 individuals were, they're entitled to their own opinion. But one of them really, really just got, yeah, definitely needs help. So, but anyway, this is my final bag that I will be including in my collection. And of course, you know, this is just looking at my collection so far, and then picking items from there. I hope I made it to the limit. If I didn't include small leather goods. Okay, so you know that includes wallet on chain, that includes like, you know, that includes this trendy CC clutch. Like this is a small leather good, okay? So it doesn't count in the 10 bags, okay? This is separate. I can still keep these, okay? So that's if I was gonna cheat, okay? Well, no, that's not cheating. I'm still abiding by the rules, okay? So maybe people should include small leather goods in a separate video. That could be another tag if somebody wants to start that. All right, now this is a bit of a peek into my collection. Also, I wanted to address something about bag collections, okay? So a lot of people always ask, like, please do a bag collection video. I love watching bag collection videos myself. I really do, because it's not that I'm nosy, but I like seeing different styles of bags and just appreciating what bags have come out in the past and just seeing something different, okay? Not necessarily because I want those bags, but because I think they're interesting to see different seasonal styles and all that. There's a couple of reasons why I've hesitated from doing that. So first of all, it's not that I want to keep anything from anybody. Like, I want to share that with a lot of you guys. And it's not that I, you know, want to gatekeep or, you know, keep things secret or anything like that. But there's people watching who I don't want to share that with, you know, and there are people out there who are watching these videos. Like, these are public, right? Anybody can watch them. And there are people out there who I don't want knowing, you know, how many bags I have and what bags I have, right? So it's tricky, right? I wish I could just select the subscribers and the people who actually watch and appreciate, and I can share it with them, instead of just having it out there. Another argument I had for this, well, is like, okay, well, when you do reviews and unboxings, anybody can piece together your collection from that, no? Like, they'll watch your videos, they'll already know what you have when you do reviews. And, you know, like, how is that different in terms of a safety perspective? And someone actually told me, and I got her point, and she's like, well, if you do a bag collection video, it's, you know, the opportunists are looking for those videos, right? Versus when you do like a review video and then an unboxing video of different handbags, it's really like the people who truly watch your channel and have an interest in the content that you put out that will actually watch those videos, right? But then there's weirdos out there who can piece together, right? Like, you just don't know. So I want to do one, but then I also hesitate from a safety perspective, but also, you know, I don't want to share that with everyone, you know? Let me know your thoughts on that. At first I was also reluctant to post one because I'm like, it's going to be a really long video, right? Like, of me just showing handbags, and, you know, and I like to be thorough. I like to explain a lot of things, and that's also one thing too, because like, apparently somebody in the purse forum, I went through this forum and I was looking at, not a lot was said, but like, someone was like, I can't stand your videos, they're too long. And I'm like, okay, a lot of people like long videos. I'm catering to that, because this is meant to be like a conversation. If you want shorter videos, go on TikTok, Instagram Reels, if you know, you want to the point, right? But a YouTube video allows you to go more in depth and discuss things. So I'm going to continue doing that, right? And yes, maybe I can cut down some videos, like maybe I can have some shorter ones. I'll work on that. But I like to be thorough, and I think if I do a video like that, it'll just be really, really long. So I'm gonna have to break it down if I ever do. But I like these sort of tag videos because it does give you a little bit of a peek into the collection. So I think that's nice. And for any of you who follow this tag, I know Amy tagged a couple of even, you know, some of my friends on here, so that's great. But if I'm gonna tag people, I will tag ooh, who do I take? Okay. I will take Sophie Showhead. I will tag Jessie Style. I will tag the Luxonomy. I will tag Amelia Rose's Closet. I'm also going to tag Dale's Addiction. I'm going to tag Andre. And I'm just trying to think of people who she hasn't tagged already. I know she's tagged a few people that I would like to tag. So if there's anybody else, I'll include them, right? But so far, that's who I'm thinking I'll tag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you next time.